All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and get started. Um, we're gonna do like a modified yoga flow. And so we're just going to move through some positions, starting with wide leg stance. So we're here just gonna forward fold. Move side to side, kind of keep it dynamic, front, back. Put weight on your hands if you want. Stretch the hamstrings. Then we're gonna go ahead and go into a side lunge, either leg, left or right. Same thing though, keep it dynamic, so kind of turning the toe in and out. Working on balance, position. Go to the right, do the same thing. Feeling any knee tension, hip tension, ankles. Good, and go to a seated position. Put both legs out in front. Same thing, so dynamic stretching, so to the toes and then back. A little bounce to it. Trying not to resist with our muscles, just stretching. Go left foot over right foot. Same thing, get stretch. We should feel this kind of right in our left butt cheek. The left leg's over. Right butt cheek if your right leg's over. And then back, right arm across left leg. Same thing, little bounce to it. Good, switch, so right leg up. We're just hugging that right leg to start. Feeling that stretch in our right butt. Moving it, we can grab underneath too. Really feeling that glute stretch. And same thing, we'll go left arm over, twist. All fours, and we're going to do cat-cow. So, down, fold, lengthen, shorten, pairing our breath with it. In, out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get some shoulder stuff planned for workout. So we're doing get a moving shoulder. So all fours still, right hand through, and we're just gonna come down on that. Feeling the stretch in our right leg. Good. We're going to step our left foot back. So still in that position, stepping our left foot back and just opening up. Go back and forth there a few times, controlled. So my hips are not touching the ground. I'm just kind of moving on that right shoulder. Keeping that pressure up. Good. We're going to go do the same thing on our left side. So starting the same way. All fours, shoot that left arm under. Down. Get into that left lat stretch. Still moving a bit on it, not just static. And then same thing, our right foot's gonna back step and we're gonna open up. And then back. Good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Donnie.
Okay, so we're gonna work on a footwork drill today that's pretty similar to the box drill, except we're gonna do circles. This really helps you hold the center, control everything, be in the middle, and switch your stance back and forth. That can be useful as well. It's really similar to, you ever see boxers both put one foot in a tire? We're gonna get the same reps as that without punching each other in the head. So we're gonna start in one trophy stance, just like if we were gonna do our box drill. And I'm gonna take 3 steps to the right side, so I'm circling. So I'm circling counterclockwise, I'm moving right, so my back foot moves first, out, in. I want you to pretend, or if you're crazy like me and it actually helps to like put something on the ground and stare at that thing, circle around something. So we're gonna go 3 in one direction, and the stance switch is really close to something Carlos does. It's nothing crazy though. So I'm gonna drop my lead foot back, and I step the opposite foot forward, boom. And now I'm circling the opposite direction. Each time you should have to make a little adjustment with your toes so that you stay pointed towards the center. But that's the drill. We're just gonna go 3 and 3. We're gonna go 1 minute, take a break, and then go 1 minute. Okay? Cool. Really try and keep good posture. So butt down, head up, a little bend in the knees. Just like that wrestling trophy. Every wrestling trophy has this guy on it. So that's who you want to be. Ready, set, go. And if you know how to circle, move your feet, make it a little more dynamic. But if this is a completely new movement, just go 3 and 3. Good time.
Johnny,
Yeah.
I have a question. How do you keep, I find what I do when I circle, I end up getting, instead of having this foot in line when I step, like that. Are you turning that leg before you step? Does that make
Pivot
sense?
on your front foot. So I'm gonna pivot my front foot and bring it with me.
Okay, so you're kind of turning when you're stepping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that this thing is like not a great sprawl. I get really wide, and even if I bring my foot back, it's hard to defend. But if I'm stepping here, even though it looks kind of awkward with my toes pointed together, I'm still in really great shape to defend any kind of takedown that's coming my way or punches.
Yeah, I just feel like anytime I circle, I get out of position and I can't shoot from there. I've got to reset before I can shoot.
If it helps me a lot to switch my stance, like, because you can kind of switch your stance and backpedal into that circle, you know, or even our hop, like we do in the beginning in the warm-ups. That's what that shuffle is supposed to be. It's supposed to be one foot going into the other foot going. So if it becomes something more similar to that, I think you're like in good stance better.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
But for this, yeah, absolutely. For this though, it helps just like, to always try and, even if it's your back foot stepping, keep both feet pointed at it. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Cool. Ready? This time, add in level changes at your own pace, right? So we go 3 and 3, 4 and 4, do whatever you want to do. And add this little butt drop. Cool. Ready, set, go. Time. Nothing too crazy. It's a simple little footwork drill. If you're doing it like perfect, it should really burn out your calves, especially if you're doing a bunch of them. Being up on your toes. That's why a lot of times you see like little skinny boxers or wrestlers with humongous calves from being on their toes the whole time. So now we're going to go into the stand-up drill. Really simple. We're going to stand up pretending that somebody's on our back, trying to get in their hooks or trying to get a rear naked choke, right? And we're going to turn and face them and pretend to shoot a shot of our own. So we're going to go stand up and then do a little level change just like we've been doing. Look, I'm going to pretend, right, as I'm doing this stand up, my partner's hand is coming over the right side to try and get a choke, or touching my right elbow if this is wrestling or something like that, right? So I'm going to reach, stepping up with my right leg, my right hand all the way across the body, across my face, trying to make his grip weak on my hand, and I'm going to step my right leg up all at the same time. And this is how I get up 100% of the time in combat sports. So if they're in front headlock, right, They scroll out on top of you. They've gotten really heavy, and you're like, how do I go from this tabletop position to on my feet? It's almost always this for me. Boom. It's the easiest way to build up to a good base. So we're stepping up. We're going to put both hands on the hip that's just stepped up. I'm going to push that hip away. I'm pushing on my hip, and I'm pushing up with this leg to stand on my feet. And I turn the shortest distance towards the person who's now behind me. So it should be to your left if you step up with your right leg. Once I've turned around into a good stance, we're just going to do a shot fake. Because it's the best time to try and take somebody down. You've just done something good. That's it. So it'll look, I don't know why my internet's not agreeing. It'll look like this. Notice I'm leaning back. You can't see my face. But I'm trying to look at the ceiling, trying to push weight back, turn into my stance. Level change. Boom. That's it. We're going to do a minute each side. So only the right side for 1 minute, and then we'll go only the left side for 1 minute. Ready? Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Excellent. Let's go. Time. One more. We'll do them all on the left side. So this one should feel a little funny. Ready, set, go. Time. I'll turn it over to Brendan for the HIIT stuff. We're going to keep continuing along with kind of the same series, so let us know if you enjoy it.
Cool, thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm kind of going to follow in Donnie's footsteps. I think we're getting to a point that we can start linking some exercises together. Right, so we did that technical stand-up and then just the level change squat or level change air squat. So we're going to kind of do that. This is the first day I'm trying it. Can you guys hear me and see me okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And so the first one is going to be, we're going to do 5 exercises. First one's going to be bridge and sit out. So we're combining those two, right? So first of all, the bridge, it's very similar to the shoulder stretch we did, but we're just going to do it from our back. So we're here. I'm going to choose a side. So I'm going to choose my left side, and I'm just going to get my hips around and up. Right, so now I'm in my good tabletop position. If you went over your left shoulder, then we're just going to sit out to the left. So I'm going to step my left foot up and sit through. Okay, so this is kind of a mental challenge, right? Because we're trying to think about a lot of shit. So go slow, try to get it smooth. So one more time. If I'm bridging over my left, I'm going to step my left foot up, sit out. If I'm going over my right, step my right foot up, sit through. Yeah. I think this is, yeah, the only thing I saw, Desiree, is when you go for that sit out.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, from here. We're on, so if I step up with my left foot, I'm only on my right hand, right? So I'm going there.
Oh, okay.
And then sitting my butt through it.
Okay. Got it.
Well, that's kind of the, yeah, because the balance is weird if you're like, where does this hand go? Right? But I'm selling out that way.
Okay.
Cool. We're going to do down blocks. And Donnie could talk a lot more about this, but so in wrestling, I've got 3 lines of defense before my hips, right? I have, or 2, my hands, my head, and my hips. Is that right? Am I missing one, Donnie?
No, that's right.
Cool.
That's how.
So hands, head, hips, right? So if someone shoots, my first line of defense is just blocking. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to down block. So I'm kicking my left foot back, my front foot, and I'm just touching the ground and then coming up. Okay, so we're kind of moving. We're just down blocking. Switching, down block. Donnie, can you talk for a second just about, because I'm interested in filling myself in a little bit more, when you would do down blocks?
This is directly connected to the circle drill, actually. A big part of this relies on your stance, right? Because down blocks I use to protect my lead leg. So if somebody shoots a single leg or like tries to snatch it up, usually. So what has to happen is the weight has to transfer from my back leg or from my front leg, right? To my back leg. As I kick, it's essentially a sprawl, except I'm not going all the way to the mat. So I'm kicking my front leg back, right? And you see guys like when they fake it or if they do it really, they just like touch the mat. But this is ideally your opponent's head, right? Like I have a palm on the back of the head and I'm literally stuffing this shot into the mat before it makes it to me. And so one thing that can really mess you up with this is that straight foot. And I have a really bad habit of it too, Brendan. I don't mean to pick on you. But so this thing like makes for terrible down blocks if my toes aren't pointed directly forward in that sprinter's or trophy stance. Is that?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Cool. So we're really protecting that front leg then from singles and snatches.
Yeah.
Cool. So with that, kind of move a little bit. And then again, we're down blocking and back up, right? So I'm trying that whole time to stay in a good stance. I'm not down blocking. And I'm like, whew, okay. Right? Because if someone shoots and you down block and they just reshoot and you're like standing lackadaisically, then you're just going to take a minute.
Yeah, exactly. It should be like a pendulum. It should be back to your stance, back to your stance, back to your stance.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Don. So third one's just going to be a burpee. We're just going to treat the burpee portion kind of like a controlled sprawl, right? If we were wrestling, someone shot on me, I could sprawl back. We're just gonna do it. I'm not sure if you're here for that, Desiree, so we're just gonna do it controlled. So I'm just going here, shooting my legs back.
Okay.
Back up, and then as big of a jump as you want. You can just leave your feet from the ground, jump tuck. I don't know how crazy everyone's trying to get today. And then V up. So we're just gonna do, right, trying to touch our toes in a V position. With that, again, trying to keep a good pace. If you have to break here and do sit-ups, right? Try to make it a little bit easier, but keep moving if necessary. And then the last thing we're gonna do, I just want to bear crawl front and back. So I have like, I think this is like 8 feet of mat. So I'm just gonna go back and then forward, back. Cool, if you feel like it, if that becomes too boring, throw sit-outs in. I just want people moving. I don't know if you know, Carlos is a huge proponent of it, but MoveNat, it's like a lot of fundamental movements, but it's basically like built around what animal instinct is and how animals move, right? So we're just moving like a bear. Cool, any questions?
No.
Cool, all right. So first exercise is that bridge and sit out. And I'll call these up, followed by the down block, burpee, V up, and then bear crawl. We'll do it through 2 times, so 10 minutes. All right, ready? 5, 4, go. Time. All right, down block. Go. Time. Good, burpee with the controlled sprawl. Go. Time. V-ups, recover during this. Good seconds. Time. That's rugged. So what I started doing was 5 this way, and then 1 V-up, if that works. Bear crawl.
Oh, very cool.
With this, don't only go forward and backward. Same thing as Donnie was saying. We can circle. Just try to stay on our hands and feet, shoulders over our hands as much as possible. Time. All right. Bridge and sit up. Think about when you're breathing, how you're breathing. Seconds, get 2 more. Time. Down, boy. Go. Time. Burpee. Only 3 minutes left. Go.
Oh.
Time, Via. Time. Nice. Bear crawl. 50 seconds. Go. Seconds. Time. Grab some water if you need it. Shit, that was harder than I expected. Why didn't anyone tell me that down blocks were hard? I feel
What was
like
that?
I feel like down blocks pump the hell out of my legs.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Desiree, what did you think? Difficulty 1 to 10. What did you like about it? What would you change?
Difficulty? I would say difficulty is a 10 for the beginning part because I'm not used to like the jujitsu part of it, but that's
Yeah.
a good thing though. I like learning that, so I like that. And then difficulty for the ending part, I would say an 8. I really liked that too, because I'm sweating, so that's what I want.
Yeah, I expected it to be, I don't know why. I think anytime you throw burpees in, it's going to be really difficult cardio.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect down blocks to be as hard as they were. Cool. Anything that you would like to change or see more of or less of or anything like that? Any feedback?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I like your guys' direction. I like learning stuff that I don't know anything about because that's what I want to do. Yeah, so I thought it was awesome.
Cool. Do you think, so since we have at least 2 more weeks of this, would it be better, because I know a lot of people in this class are newer to jiu-jitsu, do you think it would be better to go 5 to 6 and have more time for technique?
Yeah.
Like Donnie's portion? Okay.
Yeah, and I definitely would like to keep the what do you call it? I can't think. The last part that we did. What is it?
Like the high intensity interval training?
Yeah, the hip part. Yes.
Yeah.
Great
You're
part.
good.
But yeah, I definitely want to keep that because I need that in my life.
Cool.
But yeah, if you had more in the beginning for more jujitsu instruction, I would like that too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think probably what we'll do, and Donnie and I will talk, but we'll do like 10 more minutes of technique and 5 more minutes for the high intensity interval training portion.
That sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. Donnie, you have any feedback or anything?
No, just if you feel like working on that stuff at home, if it works out for you, let me know. Just keeping your toes forward. It's a silly little thing, but it helps a bunch.
Cool. That's definitely what I've gotten over the last few weeks of doing this, is how I am not in a position to shoot because I get lazy with that back leg and turn it to 90. So that's something that I'm like trying to rewire now, and it's really helping, I think, to slow it down and just walk around.
Yeah, it's really hard too. You're like, when you're just up on the ball of your foot on your toes, you're engaging a bunch of muscles, whereas if you turn your foot sideways and let it be kind of lazy, then so it's an easy trap to fall into.
Yeah, I've definitely fallen in it. Cool. Well, thank you, Desiree. Thanks, Tony. Awesome
Thank you
class.
guys. I appreciate it.
See you.
I'll see you
Absolutely.
guys soon.
See you. Have a good night.
Bye.